Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 2 of my Out of the Park Baseball 22 playthrough with the Kansas City Royals. It's episode, 50 something overall, though, as we are in year 14. We are on our third franchise we are trying to rebuild. First, it was the Detroit Tigers. We built them up in 9 years. Then we took over the Cincinnati Reds, and we won a title with them in, I think, 4 years, 5 years, and now we're on to the Kansas City Royals. We have just started our first season. They were 46 and 116 last year, 27 and 49 this year. Still no good, but at least we have gotten rid of some of the dead weight and some of the contracts and some of the issues that we have had. So you can see we have $24 million for extensions. Most of that's going to go into scouting and development. In fact, we should probably drop the ticket prices even more. Let's drop them down to $20. See if we can get some people in the seats. And it's been bad. It's been really bad, as was anticipated. But we are going to sim through July here. I might just sim through the end of the regular season here, but we'll start. We'll do July day by day like we normally do, and then maybe I'll sim August and then sim the end of the year, and the next episode will be the off season. So no reason to have you sit here and watch us lose 100 games year over year. So we are at International Amateurs. Haven't even looked at this yet. Israel Soto looks like the best bat available. Juan Montoya and Henry Zaragoza. I like Zaragoza better. Yep, we're going to offer a contract to Zaragoza. Let's see if he's interested. I can't because I don't have enough money for international amateurs. I mean, I guess we can try, but what's that, 375? 375? Is that right? Like that? Yeah. I mean, I don't suspect he's going to take it, but we'll see. That's another place we'll have to invest some money. But right now, my focus is the draft and the trade deadline. We don't have a lot of large contracts. We've got Witt and Picari that are still in the books for this year and next. Figueroa is tradable. McDonald is tradable. Robinson is tradable, but nobody's going to want him. He was part of the deal to get rid of Picari. Pretty much anybody, say 27 and up. So Obispo, Esquivel, Plaza, Figueroa, they are all up for trade. First things first, I want to get through the draft, and then we can take a look and figure out what we are going to. Okay. So apparently, can we do it now? No. All right, so we don't have enough players on our DSL, so we're going to have to go into, I'm just going to set ghost players for now. I don't care. Enable allowing complete rosters. And I suppose I could just, I don't have enough players on either, so we're going to have to sign some more. We're going to have to sign some minor league free agents in the offseason, I think, for sure. Anyway, now we can sim it. So we lose 5-3. Because, of course, we do. We're terrible. So what was this deal? Brendan Pappas. I don't remember making this deal. Anyway, they think we're close. So we would trade Pappas, who's 28, good stuff, good control. He was our first-round pick in 2027. He's got 4 good pitches. And what were we going to get in return? A 28-year-old who can play defense but can't hit. And Brendan Flint. No, I don't want to do that. And a 28-year-old catcher. I don't know why I even wanted to do that. It's been 10 days since I've recorded a video, so or at least a video for this playthrough, so I don't really remember much of what went on. So we offered Charles Hayden Jones a minor league contract. He didn't like it. Zaragoza doesn't like our deal. Of course, it's not unanticipated. Let's see if, he's up to 4.8. Yeah, we are not going to be able to sign anybody. Meh. All right, we'll just save the money. Hey, we won 9-2. So McDonald, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Francis, who was one of our Rule 5 guys this year, I think we had 6 Rule 5 draftees last year. He's got 18 home runs. Albuquerque was one of our Rule 5 guys. I'm really excited about him. Number 39 prospect in baseball. Pitches 6 1/3 innings of 1 hit ball. On to Minnesota for 4 back-to-back wins for your Kansas City Royals. 4 more hits for McConnell. Bispo. Ferris, who's our other top pitching prospect, and I mean, he's okay, but he's not even that good. But he picks up his 3rd win. Plaza gets his 18th save. Again, we're going to go up to the draft. We'll do the draft, and then we'll see about making some moves. Okay, Squivels. Squeeviel is hurt. Hopefully nobody goes down long term, because I do want to trade them. Johnny Molina out for 5 months. That's fine. Who do we want to call up? It really doesn't matter. Danny Schuler. Looks like he's got... I mean, he's pretty good. I like his movement and his control. Everything else is trash, but he was a 2nd-round pick. Sure, we'll give McGowan some run because he was a 2nd-round pick. McGowan, long relief, middle relief, I guess. Ugh. He's only 23, but that movement, man, that movement is rough. It flies in the face of everything that I like with a pitcher, but our options are limited as we've lost 5 in a row. Six in a row. And, hey, we beat the Twins again. So Mondays have been good for us. 23 runs on Mondays this month. McGowan, 4 for 6. I think he was another Rule 5 guy. He was not a very good fielder, but 16 home runs for us. 4 RBIs for Gray. He was another Rule 5 guy from Cincinnati who actually is not that good. Figueroa gets the win. He's 6 and 8. Cool. So let's just sim this day. Okay, so we lose. All right, so it is the all-important first-year player draft. That's not what I wanted to do. First-year player draft. So who do they think we're going to take? Chris Kennedy. I can assure you I am not going to take Chris Kennedy. So let's start the draft. Let's go to batters first. Let's just see what's available. So you got Kevin Probst. Chinsky is his nickname. He's not a center fielder. He's a right fielder, maybe a left fielder. He went to Downers Grove South, which is where my wife went to high school, actually. So that's interesting, but he's not going to be our pick. Burton, if you add some defensive ability, maybe. There's Kennedy. So it looks like the pitcher's probably going to be the way to go. So what do we have? We have Mike Keister, who's almost ready already. Take a very special coach to integrate Keister's baseball savvy with his belief that he doesn't need improvement. Well, that's no good. Elijah Phillip. Ooh, man. A righty with 100 stamina, 91 hold runners. Potentially good stuff, good movement, good control, 3+ pitches, and then a changeup that will likely never develop. Malik Bell, extreme ground ball, lefty pitcher, high school pitcher. Mike Goldberg. I think he might be the... Ooh, this is tough. Because I think he has the highest ceiling with that stuff and those pitches, but if that control never develops, it could be a problem. It could be a wasted pick and his stamina is only a 49. I think I'm leaning towards Phillip. Ceiling's a little bit lower, but he's already further along. Jensen's similar to Phillip in that the ceiling's a little bit lower. He's right now a 2-pitch pitcher, but he's already throwing 100 miles an hour. Goldberg, especially with his nickname of Cooter, is really tempting. He's really, really tempting. This is where I wish I was doing this live. OSA has him as a 5-star. We have him as a 3.5. So who do they think we should take? They think we should take Keister. My issue with Keister is that he only has one potentially dominant pitch, and that's his fastball. Everything else is average. And yeah, so I think it's going to come down to Phillip or Goldberg. So Goldberg has the better stuff potential, better movement potential. Phillip is better control, better stamina, better hold, and we're scouted higher on him. OSA thinks Phillip is a 4.5, but our accuracy is more correct, so it's probably... I think I'm going to go Goldberg. I'm just tempted by the 4+ pitches, and assuming the control develops, he's going to be an animal. Mike Goldberg is the pick. Mike Cooter Goldberg. And I got to make sure... I didn't even look at this. Damn it. Okay, so we have plenty of money for the draft. All right. Mike Cooter Goldberg is the number 1 overall pick. All right, so now we have... This isn't a comp pick, right? Yeah, this is just the top pick of the second round. Probst is still available. Who do they think we should take? They think that we should take Probst. And I tend to agree. That contact and the home run power, even as a left fielder or a right fielder, is going to be pretty solid. Yeah, defensively, he's not very good, but he's only 18, so we can work on that. Jamie Miller is another good option. High work ethic, high adaptability and work ethic on Probst, so we're going to take him. On to the third round. All right. So we got Jerry Fiala, who's got a ton of power. Delicio is on there still. So again, corner outfielder. What was his infield ratings are not very good either. So he's another corner outfielder. Any pitchers left that I want to look at? No. I think we're gonna go Delicio here in the third round. Campos, Ferneyhoff, Ron Ferneyhoff. That's a great name, man. That is a great name. Nate Silvestri as a first baseman. Yeah, I like the power. Nate Silvestri. If it ever develops, I mean, it's a 7 right now or something. We have plenty of money, so we may as well use it for the draft. Just doing the old, are there any pitchers who are actually hitters thing? Chris Mandeville is a hitter, but we can probably get him later, so I'm not too worried about him. Mike Wright isn't bad. OSA loves him. Wow, OSA likes him a lot. Campos is kind of a putz. I think we're going to go Mike Wright. And now let's start taking a look at individual pitch potential. Let's see if we can find some starters. It doesn't look like it. Wow. Like, he wouldn't have been bad, Tyler Byler, if he was 18, but he's 22, so. Yeah, Danny Eckhoff. Like, this is the type of pitcher as an 18-year-old who might develop and might turn into something. So, he's only half a star, but, you know, that's fine, I think, right now. Wow, there aren't a lot. This is a little disappointing, honestly. Usually you can find half a dozen pitchers that kind of fall into that. You know, they've got one or two really, really good pitches and, you know, a couple other that are decent, and you can turn them into starters. Juan Mendez, an 18-year-old, cutter, curveball, changeup. Yep, that looks good to me. Oops, not my pick. Now it's my pick. Let's go back to batters. Actually, let's go to catchers. And let's look at fielding. Nate Peterson. Yep, that's our guy. Nate Peterson. Josh Turner. Yep. The country singer. All right, now let's just go back to batters. Yep, Mandeville's still there, as I expected. Josh Boone, I like him. He's got decent hitting ratings. He could play center field with that range, so hopefully he develops. And now we're going to take Mandeville. Make sure we make him a batter. Mari Robinson at age 17, sure. Any power bats left? No, not really. I think we might be done. We did 12 rounds. Yeah, I think we're done. We'll let the AI do the rest. So, guys, let me know what you think of my first round pick. I think we aimed high and we try to get the and I think we try to get the highest ceiling player we can. I think picking up someone like Goldberg, if he ends up with his ratings the way they are, we have an ace. If they don't, it's a bit of a bust, but that's okay. We can just offer contracts to everybody because we've got plenty of money for. That was one thing I didn't set this past season, and that was my fault. But cool. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'll be back in a minute, and we will start looking at trade options, and we'll get through the rest of the month. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're back. Let's see what we can do about trades. Let's see if there's anybody that anyone wants. So we'll start with 28-year-old Sergio Figueroa, and let's just see. Really, nobody wants him. Okay, what if we eat the rest of his contract, or most of the rest of his contract? Okay. All right. So it's going to be one of those things. Got it. Somebody's got to want McDonald. We get some options here, but they're all Elijah Ingram, the former, or I guess current Cincinnati Red. He's down in AAA. Really? Okay. Ooh, Chris Billman. We liked him. He had a couple of good years with the Reds. So at least there's some interest. 27-year-old second baseman. He's normal. Last year hit 320. That might not be a bad deal. Who's our second baseman? Obispo, right. So that might not be a bad deal. So I'll go back and take a look at them in a minute. Steve Morris is 26. He's not bad either, actually. I kind of want them both, with him only being 26. Yeah, he's like a younger version of Pappas, and I'm not really ready to do that. So we'll do this. Can we get any more for McDonald? He's number 41 prospect, so I doubt it. Wow, he's good. Manny Quirino, I like him. 19-year-old. They got a lot of prospects in the top 100, man. Oof, that guy's a monster. Just looking for someone who might be able to help us. Like an Israel Ramirez. I'll have to do better. You want this guy. I mean, I would be okay with that. I think Ramirez has... And he could play center field with those ratings. Sure. Catcher. Adriao Ramos. Nope. Okay. Joey Schuler. He's young. I like him. Please stop. Well, he's Rule 5 eligible. You're not going to do anything with him. Do you have anybody on the AAA team that might... Ty Southesine? I mean, he's really, really good defensively. Cool. Yeah, so I think this is a pretty solid deal for us. Brad McDonald, who's a free agent at the end of this year. He's having a pretty good season. Good base stealer, but meh. And Eric Barthel, a half-star, two-star, 20-year-old, who's our third-round pick in 2032. And in exchange, we get Ty Southesine, who we can immediately stick at shortstop and be our... He's 29, but whatever. Immediately be our starting shortstop with that glove. Israel Ramirez, a 19-year-old who could replace McConnell, frankly, with at least with the glove. He's very, very good defensively. He's only 19. And Ricky Passione Jr. with a 98 contact, 67 gap power. Probably a number 2 type hitter, but a decent second baseman. Because we aren't going to have Obispo next year, so let's pull the trigger there. And let's go to designate he's injured. So let's put him on the injury list. And we got to call up an outfielder. Akil Baddoo. Sure. Akil Baddoo. And we're just going to stick him in the lineup in center because I don't care. It's fine. So Obispo is our second baseman. So does anybody want him? Wow, okay. Again, more interest than I would have anticipated. Looks like mostly relievers, but maybe one of these guys is a borderline starter. Kevin Ponder. Very good defensively. Doesn't really have great... His batting ratings aren't fantastic. He's never going to hit for a high average, but he's good defensively at third base. Will Gomez, no. Jose Corona, no. Again, they want to give us Billman. Julio Pena was a guy we got out of the independent leagues. Danny Reynolds, he's okay. 24-year-old. This guy's not bad. Estevan Baires, 24. He's got 5 really good pitches, high work ethic, good stamina. The control's off, but good stuff, good movement. Could we get both? Could we get Baires and Guzman? Or maybe Baires and a Sid Gallagher? Be over budget. You have to retain. You advise against, well, I don't care. Franklin Meneses, sure. Retain. Oh, wow. Okay. So we would get, oh, Gallagher's trash, actually. So, who was that other? Was it Guzman? Yeah. You want 23-year-old David Gonzalez? Sure. He's 27. He's hitting 217. I don't even know why I'm worried about it. He's terrible. So neither of these players are great. Byrace is flawed, but 80 stuff, 5 good pitches, high work ethic. I feel like he could be okay. And then Guzman is pitching depth. I mean, he's the definition of average, but he hasn't gotten any time in the big leagues yet. But it's good, decent stuff. Movement and control, 3 good pitches, good stamina. He could eat some innings for us for sure. You want to give up a Josh Jorgensen? What about an Alex Quevedo? Okay, we're there. Okay, well, I don't want to give him up. No to Albuquerque, no to Ferris, no to Liddell. He's 22 in Double-A. I feel like this 24-year-old is better than that 22-year-old. So they say make it happen. All right, so that means our scout likes it. So what else can we add to this? Ooh, I like Jordan Chapa. I like that eye. Okay, well, I'm not prepared to give those players up. Fredrickson, I like him, but they wouldn't give him to me. Yeah, I'd be over budget, and I still don't think they'd give him to me anyway. Let's just look. Okay. So we can make this work. Yep, Trujillo's fine. All right. So Fredrickson, good power bat. He's 24. He's a former #1 draft pick, so he's got a pedigree, as they say. Anybody else that we can take a run at? They're not going to. Yeah, non-starter. That's fine. We'll get them to eat the money. So we save 152 grand. We're going to send Mario Obispo, David Gonzalez, who's a 2-star minor leaguer, Joaquin Marino, who's probably never going to be, unless that changeup develops, never going to be a starter, and David Trujillo to the Los Angeles Angels, getting Estevan Baires, 2.5-star starter, Mike Guzman, a 2.5-star starter, Alex Quevedo, a 24-year-old reliever, and Sean Fredrickson, a 24-year-old power bat. And we'll pull the trigger on that one as well. All right, so now what do we need to do? So we got 26 players. So we just, both of these guys have to go on the 40-man. Byrace is a starter. Set position, starting pitcher. Yeah, we don't have anybody. Oh, no, Azua can play center. So Badu is going to get wrecked. Goodbye. Fredrickson will come up, and we will do this. So Fredrickson becomes our right fielder. He becomes our center fielder, and we still need a second baseman now. Do we have our second baseman's hurt? So we will call up Perdomo. And we'll stick him at second base. And I'm not really concerned about batting order, so these guys can just stay where they are. Fredrickson against lefties can play right field. Azua will play center. Yep. Cool. All right, so we still have no money, but we're at least moving some fungible talent. I also want to move. Let's see. This guy. Who do I want to send down? Yeah, we'll send McClendon down. Oh, no. Who did I call up just a minute ago? McGowan. So I'm going to send him down. We're going to put Byrace on the big league roster. And we're going to put him in for Ricky Fernandez, who's been really bad. And I think the last move we want to make is Pappas. And I'd like to get I got a sim ahead of day. All right. We shopped all of our shops today. So let's try prospects and see if anybody will give us. So there are some prospects in here. None of them look to be great. Yeah, and it's all relievers. And I'm not interested in trading him for a reliever prospect. I would trade him for an offensive prospect. But none of those guys are any good. So let's just do this. Let's see what sort of offensive talent we can get for him. Davila, meh. Corona we've already looked at. Josh Sanders, we can get him back from Cincinnati. Good defensively, still can't hit. Hugo Ventura, no. Kevin Combs, no. Victor Alfaro's good defensively. Yeah, most of these guys are good defensively and terrible offensively, which I suppose makes sense. I mean, if somebody was really, really good offensively, they wouldn't want to trade him. So, Rule 5 guy here, meh. Catcher, nah. Eric Barker. And he's really good defensively. Wow. And his bat is decent. His bat's decent, so that's not a terrible option. Mike Victorian. Going to steal a ton of bases, play really, really good defense pretty much everywhere across the diamond. Great base stealer. That might be our guy. I love that flexibility. Cortez is another good bat. So there are a couple of decent bats here. But I don't know. So I liked Blake. Excuse me. I liked Victorian the best because of his flexibility, but his bat is the worst of the bunch. I mean, he is slightly above average in San Diego. High adaptability, work ethic, and intelligence. 747 OPS with the Padres this year, 720 last year. I mean, he's pretty consistent, right? I mean, 720 to 750 OPS. He's 26 years old. He's eligible. He's ARB eligible next year, $4 million. Eric Barker is ARB eligible for next year, 2.4. I don't know. I kind of like this guy. Where is he? So they like it. So what else can we get out of San Diego for this guy. Not going to happen unless you add some sugar. Can we get him for anybody else? Okay, so they only want Pappas. I kind of like him. I mean, it says he's a leadoff hitter. He's not a leadoff hitter with that eye and discipline, but 3 seasons in the big leagues, hitting close to 300. This year he's played 5 positions and he's above average at all of them. So he's played 28 games at second. He's well above average at second. Slightly below average in left. Center field, he's average. Right field, he's well above average. Yeah. I'm going to make that deal. Ugh. Or am I? I'm going to see if they'll take Figueroa. We'll submit the offer and see what sorts of deals we can get. See if they come back with, a lesser request. Guys, hang on just a sec. Okay, sorry. All right, so they want Passione, Pappas, or Fernandez in return. Okay, so we signed a couple of our minor leaguers. Delicio, we will leave him in rookie ball, and Mendez. We don't need to do anything with him. Only 2 stars. We'll just see if he develops. There was that one pitcher that we wanted to make a reliever. Was it Mandeville? Yeah. I guess left field or right field doesn't really matter. Has the arm for right. All right, cool. All right, so they weren't happy with either of those deals, but let's discuss, because I don't want to give up either of those players, but I really want Victorian. I kind of like him. So who do we have here that I would be willing to give up? Let's look at contracts. Plaza. I don't know. I feel like he's ARB eligible. 1.7 million for those ratings just seems really good. Even though he hasn't performed necessarily, those ratings seem really... I'm not comfortable moving him. But I really want Victorian. I want that flexibility. So... yeah, it's not really a money thing. It's a he was the number 1 pick. He could actually be a starter. He was a starter last year and was terrible. But we'll let him get through the season this year and then see how it goes. Len Ames. Let's submit that. Figueroa and Ames and see if that makes any difference. And then I'm going to try to trade Plaza as well here. Okay, so we're still no way. And, oh, now they just want Azua as well. Okay. So we are, I think we may be moving on from Victorian. So let's try this. Plaza and Figueroa. Nothing. All right, so what if we just get rid of Figueroa and just make it Plaza? I have it set on all batters. I got to change that. Okay, so San Francisco wants him, but that's it. We could get Charles Hayden Jones. I mean, could we get Cortez and Jones? Or Jones and a prospect, maybe? No, Quevedo. Right, he's the one we just picked up. So we need to promote him there. We need to disable AI promotion, and we need to make him a reliever. All right. Okay, so that's too much. Got it. Understood. Mario Jimenez. The answer is no, but we're okay. I mean, Restad is a 25-year-old with 2 really good pitches, and he's not. He's not. Can we get this guy? So this tells me that they would. It's probably going to be a yeah. I mean, Angel Rojas, sure. Yeah, I'm not crazy about these types of players, but I mean, he's 24. He's going to hit 320 with 30 doubles, you know, for those ratings. So Plaza, Rojas for Hayden Jones and Saavedra. Anybody else? Where was that left fielder? Can we put him back on? We can. Yeah, Danny Acevedo, you can have him. Okay, so Jesus Plaza, Angel Rojas, and Danny Acevedo. So Plaza's our closer, but well, whatever. ERA of over 5. Angel Rojas, ground ball pitcher, but doesn't appear to really be on a track for the majors. And then Acevedo's a 19-year-old with low leader, low work ethic. And in return, we get Charles Hayden Jones. So we get another solid starter. We can stick right into our rotation. Jordan Sandoval, a 24-year-old, another former first-round pick. He will start probably in AAA. And then David Saavedra, who we may call up right away, but I'll probably stick him in AAA to get a little additional time. We'll pull the trigger there. Get Hayden Jones on the big league roster. We're going to put him on the 40-man. We are going to disable AI promotion, put him in AAA. And I forgot about this guy. Forgot about him. I just forgot about him. So I don't want him in rookie ball. We'll put him in AAA for now. And then where is Mike Guzman? Right, he was the other one we picked up. We got to put him on the 40-man. We will disable, and we will stick him there. Saavedra, we will put him on the 40-man. We will put him here. And we will disable. And then we have, what do we have for pitchers? We have 14 pitchers on our roster because we have a 27-man roster. Right, so I want Hayden Jones. Sabares. Oh, he hasn't started yet. Okay, got it. Figueroa. Yeah, we're going to put Hayden Jones in there for Figueroa, even though Figueroa has been fine this year. Fernandez we're going to have as a middle reliever. I just have no need for him. I want the youngsters to get some playing time. So who's left that we want to move? I mean, really, Figueroa is the only... Esquivel? Does anybody want him? I mean, he's been so bad. Like an ERA of like 8.5 or something. Yeah, nobody wants him. That's fine. Who's our starting shortstop? Francis is our starting shortstop, but he's a terrible, terrible shortstop. Who's our DH? Oh, he is our DH. And then Campos is a 23-year-old who can also field. And he's hitting okay. He's a Rule 5 guy. Joel Fisher. I think what we're going to do is this. We're going to send him down. We are going to bring up... bring Sandoval up. Len Ames is bad. I don't need him playing. Sandoval's going to back up. And he can't play center field. Yeah, he can't play center field at all. Like, don't even think about that. Do I have anybody who can... I don't really have a backup center fielder. That's a problem. Well, I guess it's not really a problem because I don't really care this year. So I think right now, Southacene, Saavedra, Guzman, they're all going to stay in AAA for now. We could, Ramirez, we will disable AI promotion. Does anybody want Ames? Because if I can trade Ames and Figueroa, then I can call up Guzman and Saavedra. Brett Barfield, that's it. No? Okay. (8-3) win. Francis hits a home run. McGowan has 3 hits. Fredrickson has his first home run as, is it a big leaguer? Nope, for us though. You know what? I don't want Perdomo. Perdomo, like, there's no reason for him, so let's just get rid of him. And we're going to call up Southacene, and we are going to move Campos to second, and we're going to make him our shortstop. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Yep. Same thing here. Southacene at short. Campos at second. Perfect. So one more day until the All-Star game. All right, so we lose 9-5. So we go into the All-Star game 31-61. We're not good, but that's fine. I think we've made some moves in this episode that are going to make us better for the long term. So Figueroa actually made the All-Star team. Is he our only one? He was. Figueroa is our only All-Star. All-Star prospects. Quevedo. Steve Stoltz. Those are our only 2 prospects. And, all right, so it's the 17th. Byray still hasn't made a start. Hayden Jones made a start for us and got hit hard. But I don't know. I mean, his ratings, I like his ratings, so we're going to give him a shot here and see how he does. Really, this guy's a number 26 pick. He's never going to be a starter. Never going to be a starter with those ratings. Bonilla hasn't been bad. I mean, he's on pace for 35 doubles, 12 triples, 7 home runs. He's been pretty good. He was really the only, I think the only, no, McGowan's been good. His bat's been fine. The average is light, but I suspect they'll end up better than that, I think. Let's go back to pitching and let's just do that. So does anybody want Ricky Fernandez? He's 23. I hate the movement. Yeah, a lot of people want him. Wow. Okay. A lot of people want him. I don't want to trade him for a fragile pitcher, though. There's that. Alex Gutierrez, Mitch Baker. He's not bad. Movement's a little light, but that would be manageable. Cardinal, we could get him from the Reds. Doug Porsche. His ratings are a little too low for him to be a starter. It's close, though. It's really close. Roger Castro. I mean, we need a center fielder. Real value, strong arm, plentiful range, speed is plus, above average eye, can start as a major league center fielder. That might be the game right there. Oh, wow. Chris Mooney. That's the play right there. Chris Mooney. There is our two-way player, center fielder / starting pitcher, ground ball pitcher. He's elite defensively. Great, yeah. He's our starting center fielder. So the our AI doesn't like it. So our assistant GM doesn't like it. So maybe we can. Man, I imagine getting a shortstop with 82 home run power. He's only 19 years old. I mean, Soloway's only 18. Liddell is 23, but in high A ball. He was our first round pick last year. I would be okay with this. Make the deal before they withdraw the offer. Yeah, our scout likes it. Okay, we're gonna keep adding to this and seeing what we can do about just improving the depth of our minor league systems. Mike Robinson, we will move because I don't like the movement. So we'd be giving up Ricky Fernandez, who's a 23-year-old, good stuff, 2 good pitches, really bad movement. And we'd be getting Chris Mooney, who would be a two-way player for us. He would be our starting center fielder, and then he would be a starting pitcher as well. He's got 3 really good pitches, good stuff, good movement, good control, good enough stamina. We'd be getting Jorge Fuentes, an 18-year-old minor league shortstop who's got just elite level power. If that contact can come along, he will be a middle of the road option. And then Willie Ayala, another bat in the minor leagues. Anybody else here that they are willing to part with? Josh Beck. And he could play all 3 outfield positions. He could be our backup outfielder starting next season. Okay. I'm good with that. Will you retain? They can't. How much of this can you retain? Probably nothing, it looks like. Maybe a little bit. Maybe like 5%. Not even. Okay, that's fine. Cool. I'm going to pull a trigger on this. So we're going to give up Ricky Fernandez, who, again, good stuff, good control. We're going to have Chris Liddell. He's 23 years old. We have a lot of pitchers in our system. I mean, it looks like he's going to be okay. But again, he's flawed as he's only got 1 really good pitch. He's really going to be a 2-pitch starter as the slider's not very good and the changeup isn't going to develop. Robinson is a 1.5 star, nothing. And then Mike Bass is a 1.5 star, 2-star. And then we're going to be getting back Chris Mooney, who again will be a starting pitcher and our starting center fielder. Jorge Fuentes, just a projectable shortstop. If that contact comes along, he's going to be a beast. Willie Ayala, some more infield depth, and he's 21 years old. He'll probably start in A-ball or AA. And then Josh Beck we'll put in AAA, and then we'll get him some work in left and right, and he will be our backup center fielder starting next season. Let's do it. Awesome. So Mooney has to go there. Beck has to go there. So Beck we are going to send to AAA. And we are going to disable AI promotion. And we are going to set game strategy. We're going to force him into right field for now. Let him get some time in right. And then Mooney goes on the big league roster. He becomes our starting center fielder. All players. Where is he? Mooney. Actions. Game strategy. Use as a two-way player. Mooney will be our starting center fielder. So we'll go back to right. And I think he'll be our number 2 hitter. No, he'll be our number 2 hitter. None of these guys can actually play center field. So what we'll do is we'll make Azua the backup center fielder. Fredrickson. Get a couple of starts a week out of him that way. Against lefties. Same deal. How is he against lefties? And he's fine against lefties. Wow. He can even hit left-handers. I love it. We'll just move him down in the lineup. Make Azua the backup there. Sandoval and Sandoval. Cool. All right. And then pitching. We have to get him out there as a starter as well. I guess we're going to stick him in there for Hayden Jones. It's fine. And I think we're going to keep Pappas. And we're going to run with this. And this is going to be what we do through the end of the month. And this episode's only going to be July because it's run pretty long here. It's run a lot longer than I anticipated. Neither of these guys will probably accept demotions to the minors, so they'll both get cut. Yep, it's fine. Goodbye. All right. Squiviel is ready to come off the DL. We'll put him on a rehab assignment. So I think we've made some good moves. I really like the Mooney deal. I feel like that's going to give us a ton of value as a two-way player. But we'll see. I think we had a good draft. Did we sign our Silvestri signed, Wright signed? We will disable AI promotion here. And, okay, so all of our draft picks have signed. So there's Goldberg. So Goldberg, Probst, Soloway are all going to have their AI disabled. Ayala is going to have his disabled, but we're going to move him up to AA. Ben Toro, I don't know who that is. Cool. All right, so Goldberg got his first start, didn't go well, and that's fine. Let's get a scouting report on him just to see where we stand. But yeah, these guys will just all finish out the season in rookie ball. All right, well, let's finish off the month. And then we'll look at how some of the new guys did. So we win 4-3. Mooney with 4 hits in his first game for us. McGowan 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Francis has an RBI. Albuquerque goes 5 1/3. Salinas gets the win. Game 2 out of the break is a 12-9 loss. All right, so Scouted, they like him even more. Scouted, they like him even more. His control is even better. The potential is better. The pitches are better. The stuff is better. So scouted, they like him even more. So that's good. I mean, it could be that our scout is trash. I don't even remember. No, our scout's pretty good. Outstanding, excellent, excellent, excellent. So, all right, let's keep going. 5-4 wins. We win 2 out of 3 coming out of the break. Bears pitches meh. Another home run for Francis. He's got 23 home runs on the year. Fredrickson has 3 hits. Gray has 3 hits. Albuquerque's hurt. Strained oblique. I should probably get him on the DL, being that he's one of our young up-and-comers. I don't want him to get hurt. And we're going to bring up Guzman, and we are going to stick him in the rotation. So Mooney's first start, he pitched well. 6 innings, gave up 10 hits, 1 run, walked 3. Yeah, he's a sinker-slider pitcher. I mean, he's not going to – 95 to 97, ground ball, great changeup, great forkball. So far, so good. 4 for 9 at the dish, and 6 innings of 1-run ball. 6-1 loss. I don't care. Let's put him on a rehab assignment. Oof, lots of losses, but I think at least we're interesting now. 8-4, so Guzman gets hurt. So now I think we call a Squeevil back up, a Squeevil, and we'll put Hayden Jones back out there. We won 8-4. So McGowan, 3 RBIs. Azua, 3 hits. Bonilla has 2 RBIs. McGowan, Azua, and Campos all homer. Get Campos time at second base. Byrace picks up Byrace. I got to learn how to pronounce it, but I'm going to call him Byrace for now. 6 innings, gets his first win with us. 2 more games against Oakland, followed by 1 against Detroit to finish the month. Campos is out for 2 to 3 weeks. We will disable him and call up whom? Really doesn't matter. We'll call up Piguero again. And we'll stick him at second base, and we will stick him at second base. All right, so 1 more game. We'll take a look at the stats, and we'll call it an episode. We'll take a look at we're not going to do a dive deep into the stats because we're terrible, but I want to look at some of the new players, some of our draftees, that sort of thing. So we are through July, and we are come on. We win 10-5, so we're 35-68. McGowan, 5 more RBIs. Mooney has just been fantastic since we picked him up. 2 starts. Hasn't gotten a win yet, but with the bat, he's been phenomenal. 452 at the dish. 14 for 31. All right. 2 starts as a starter. He's given up a bunch of hits, but I think he'll be okay. McGowan with the 5 RBIs. That's nice to see. Francis, 3 more RBIs. Jones gets the win, although he gives up 5 runs in 6 innings. Anyway, so we win. We win 10-5. Player development. Anybody here that is of interest to us? Pappas is a 3-star official now, but his ratings are fine. Mooney got better. Guzman got better. He's hurt out for 4 weeks, and he's fragile, but he got better. Paccioni is back in 4 weeks. Looking forward to getting him in the lineup every day. Fredrickson got better. Got some pop in the bat there. Azua got better. Josh Beck was the guy we just traded for. He's up to a 33 in right field already, so we'll continue to let him. I'll probably let him get time in right field the rest of this season, and then in spring training next year, we'll get him in left field, and that'll make him our backup outfielder next season. Cool. All right, so now let's take a look at the stats. Again, not a deep dive because we're bad, but Mooney's been really good so far offensively and defensively. Bonilla hitting 325, 2.9 WAR. Azua's our top prospect at 23. He looks to be pretty solid. Our catching situation is we don't have any catchers. That's our catching situation. McGowan, again, putting up almost an 800 OPS, only hitting 228, but a 787 OPS because of that power. South the scene, it's hitting better than anticipated, frankly. And defensively, he has been elite. Sandoval hasn't gotten much playing time. Francis, ton of power, not much else. And he'll probably be replaceable unless that contact makes its way up over 50. Pitching, we haven't been good pitching this year, but I think we've added some more pieces. Byrace, I think, is going to be okay. Mooney, again, I really like. Pappas, hopefully he can come around because those ratings, tell me that he should be better than he is, but we'll see how it goes. Prospect pipeline. Soloway is an 18. Again, I don't think he's a starter because of that changeup. If the changeup develops, he's a starter. If not, he's a reliever, and he'll still be a pretty good reliever, but we'll see. Molina, where is he right now? He's in high A ball, hitting pretty well. He'll stay there. Fuentes is in the... Oh, right. He was one of the players we traded for. We need to disable his promotion. If that contact comes around, man, I'm super stoked. Let's get a scouting report on him. Israel Ramirez is somebody we just traded for. Only hitting 159 in rookie ball, but that's fine. And then let's look at our draftees, see how they've done out of the chute. So Probst was our second round pick. 391, 440, 565. I think he is ready for A-ball, just based off his stats. Goldberg, 3 starts, 14 innings, 18 hits, 12 strikeouts. We'll leave him where he is for now. Delicio, 8 for 43. We'll leave him there for now. Silvestri hasn't gotten any playing time yet. Who is he playing behind? I want him playing every day. Game strategy, force use at first base. Cool. So that is gonna do it, guys. I'm pretty excited about the future. I think we've done a nice job here over the first year in finding some good players, finding some players who are going to help us down the road, while keeping us interesting and bad, which is what we're looking for right now, right? Interesting and bad. Right now we have the 3rd worst record in baseball. Tampa's 27-72. Milwaukee's 34-66. So we're still on track for a top 3 pick. And yeah, I guess that's going to do it. So let me know your thoughts. Again, guys, drop the video a like. If you've watched it to this point, thank you. Drop it a like. The more likes I can get, the more people will come to the channel. The more people come to the channel, the more videos I'll make because there are more people watching. It's just how it works, right? At any rate, I appreciate your support, guys. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.